This is the McGregor Method 7-Day Discipline Challenge, right? Because in the beginning, like I said, I didn't do a 4-step morning routine. I didn't track my food. All right, in the beginning, all it came down to was doing a couple pivotal things and staying consistent and disciplined with them, which is exactly what we're going to cover in this video. But what you can come to expect with doing this 7-day discipline challenge and then implementing the hour-long free training that I'm going to be releasing in 7 days into your life, these are some of the results that you can expect to happen in your life. I lost 40 pounds, competed in 2 bodybuilding shows. I gave up all vices, haven't drunk, haven't done anything like that for 10 months of now. I'm confident, am happy, and fulfilled, and chasing my biggest goals, biggest ambitions, living in Bali now, to pursue entrepreneurship full-time. Now, these might not be your life goals, but what I'm saying is implementing this will allow you to go all in on your biggest ambitions, on your biggest goals, if you implement these correctly. So let's just jump straight on into it. So the 4 pillars of the McGregor method is your mindset, your habits, your nutrition, and your training, right? Your mindset, we're going to implement by implementing a morning routine. Very, very fucking simple one. Not a 4-step one, not a 10-step one. It's going to be a very, very simple one. Then you got your habits that carry into every aspect of your life. Because if you build your physique around your habits, then you get the confidence, then you get the belief in your career, in your business, in your work, in your job, around your relationships, being able to talk to people, being able to communicate because you're actually proud of the person that you become. And then your nutrition, you build the body, you build the mind, right? Because if you're fueling yourself, this is what most people get wrong. You can get caught in this massive positive habit loop. So instead of going to work feeling like shit and then scrolling on your phone and then eating like shit, you can get caught in this massive positive habit loop by training and then fueling yourself with the proper nutrition, teaching your mindset that that's how you reward yourself, getting in this massive positive habit loop, right? Which we're going to get into. And I'm going to simplify it very, very easily for you to implement over the next 7 days. With our mindset, it all comes down to structure. Our brains in the morning are absolutely fried from the moment that we wake up. If you're waking up and the first thing you're doing is scrolling on your phone, you're going and getting a coffee and you're going to eat, you are setting yourself up for failure for that day because you've literally done the least you can possibly do as a human. I used to do it all the time. It was something I struggled with massively. I'd wake up, I'd go on my phone, scroll on it. I'd either scroll on it or I'd hit snooze, right? Got stuck in this massive negative mental habit loop, and then work would just feel so boring. It would feel like shit. But once you understand that humans actually get dopamine from working hard, it's just the fact that your dopamine receptors are so fucking highly activated. It needs this constant, quick fix over and over again, which is why you constantly want to eat this shit food. Why you constantly want to scroll on your phone, right? Which is exactly why we're going to fix this by doing 2 simple things, or actually 3. You're going to place your phone over the other side of the room and set your alarm over there, so you have to get out of bed to go turn it off. Ideally, I've got an alarm clock. If you can buy one of them, I would highly recommend that. But if you don't, put your alarm on your phone across the other side of the room. So you have to get out of bed, you have to go turn it off. And then the 2 things you need to do for the next 7 days in the morning is you're going to journal and you're going to go on a 10-minute walk. That is it. Nothing too complicated. Journaling, write down, think about any goals, any big ambitions that you have in your life that you've always wanted to do. Just write them down. Start getting your subconscious mind thinking about these every single solitary day. And then at night, 20 minutes before bed, get off your phone. I'm not going to make you do it for an hour and a half, just 20 minutes, and write down 3 daily gratitudes that you're grateful for that day. You do these 2 things alone, I guarantee you, your sleep will be way better, you'll be so much more productive in the day, and you are just not going to consume for the first half an hour of the day at least. Then your habits, right? Simplicity wins every single solitary time. We are just trying to show up. You're trying to build trust back with yourself because you need some proof. You need some proof in your life that you can show up for yourself. Because right now, you're probably making all these little promises to yourself in bed, like I used to, that tomorrow's going to be the day that you're going to change, that you're going to do something different. Then you keep breaking these small little trusts with yourself. So we're going to do 30 minutes of cardio per day for 6 days of the 7 days. But the thing with this is you're going to identify when exactly it is that you tend to give in to your vices. So when do you get stressed? Why do you get stressed? What causes it? Right? Write these things down and note why. Why did this happen? Why did I want to scroll on my phone? Why did I want this shit piece of food? Because the more you understand why you're doing something, what hole in your life you're trying to fill a void with, then you can replace that habit with something positive, with something actually beneficial for you. Because you can use good habits the same way you can use bad habits. You just have to put yourself in the right circumstance to be able to do that. And we do this by tying it to a deeper reason. Why is this time going to be different? Why do you need to show up this time? Do you lack confidence? Do you have no belief in yourself? Do you want to be a better man for your family? What is it for you that's going to actually keep you on track this time? You have to think about this. Don't just half-ass this. Actually think about it. Because doing this will inevitably build the physique. Because if you can stay consistent, because if you're doing it for a greater purpose other than just for yourself, that is when everything will change for you. Right, so just give yourself proof. Show up consistently with the morning routine every single solitary day, 30 minutes of cardio, 6 days per week, and identify whenever you feel stressed, whenever those vices creep back into your life. That is it. Just note them down. You don't have to do anything special with it. Just note it. Because then we can use this deeper reason to mitigate this. That is how this is going to work, especially when I release it in the 1 hour free training in 7 days. So we're going to structure your diet and what to eat for the next 7 days. Do not wake up and eat. Do not wake up and consume a coffee. Do not do anything like that. It's what I used to do, and it just puts your dopamine levels way too fucking high. Then you spend the rest of your day trying to chase that exact same high, which is why, like I said, you feel like shit at work, you feel unproductive, you don't want to be there, and that is pretty much why. We're going to go for 4 or 5 high protein meals per day, and we're going to optimize that around your day. Now, I've put these in here, right? 40, 30, 30. But you don't have to listen to, like, in the beginning, like I said, I didn't track my food. All I did was like, okay, I know I need to eat clean whole foods, right? So you're going to eat these foods. That is it. We're going to transition you out of the shit food that you're eating right now by prepping yourself in the morning with the morning routine, by waiting to eat until your first break at work, where you've actually earned something, and then you're going to reward yourself in the habit loop with something good for you, with fuel for your body. Because if you're waking up feeding yourself with shit, then you're going to be shit at work, and then it's just this constant habit loop of shit. But it works in the exact opposite way as well. So don't worry about looking at the scale or anything like that. Just transition into whole foods. The 1 hour free training will show you exactly how you can structure this like this to perform however you want to build your physique, however you want to build your mind. Right? That is why we're just doing the 7 days first, to prove that you can be consistent. That's all I did in the beginning. Showed up every single solitary day. Good whole foods. Couple step morning routine. Nothing massively fancy. But then you see progression over time, which led me to winning 2 bodybuilding shows. Right? Things like that. In the beginning, you don't see it coming. So I'm trying to bring myself back to where you are right now. And then from here, we are going to fuel ourselves with the foods that we just did and keep rewarding ourselves by training with 4 sessions per week. I've put a training planner, which is also going to be in the description, which I will show you. We're going to do 6 cardio sessions at maximum intensity. Of these four sessions are going to be at maximum intensity, 45 to 60 minute workouts. That is it. Maximum intensity training, actually framing your mind to push yourself, to do something hard. Because when you realize that this habit loop, you push yourself really fucking hard. Your body actually wants the protein. Your body actually wants the fuel. And I know it might not feel like that right now, and it probably won't for the first week either. But by the end of the first week, you'll start to realize, holy shit, I'm sleeping better, I feel better, I'm more productive at work, my training's gotten better, I actually kind of feel like going to the gym. You're not going to feel like it every day. Then you can start implementing and start perfecting the smaller things with the hour-long free training. Right? But in the beginning, 7 days. That's it. And that is all. Right? In 7 days, I will be breaking down all of this step by step. This is just for you to use for 7 days to see the drastic changes that even these can make into your life. Right? I didn't see this coming. I didn't see myself competing in bodybuilding. I didn't see myself coaching other people to do the exact same thing when I first started working out. Right? Like my client Nate. Literally. Down 3 kgs or 7.5 pounds in 2 weeks. Right? I didn't see any of this coming. I promise you, we aren't any different. In the beginning, I was just like, oh, I need to fucking change. I need to do something. I just knew to eat whole foods, consistently show up, and then I started to implement bigger things into my life, like tracking my food, like all of that, like what I'll release in the free training. But it will be a no bullshit life blueprint. Because now I am in Bali pursuing entrepreneurship full time. So I'm going to show you exactly how to form your habits around your goals in your life as well. Right? I'm going to be showing you my clients' dashboards as well. My training app, how I set up the programs, how I set up nutrition for myself. I'm going to be doing a full 90-day challenge on myself to show you in real time how it works over the next 90 days. I'm going to be implementing a boxing match, most likely, how I'm going to scale my business, how to use those habits and implement them into your own life, in your own career as well, because at the end of the day, they are a skill set. So that is what we are going to be progressing to, and I will be releasing that in 7 days. But first, you've got to start by implementing this for the next 7 days to show yourself. You can trust yourself again, you can be consistent, and so when that does get released, you actually understand how to implement it. You know exactly what's happening. So thank you very much, gentlemen. It will be a no bullshit guide. This alone will help you tremendously if you actually implement it. Don't be like I used to and sit here and be like, all right, I'm going to do this. Wake up tomorrow and not do fucking anything. I've made it as simple as possible for you to start seeing progress right now. Don't overcomplicate it. And as always, gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.